Well, it is a blowy evening after work, but I'm going to brave it. I'm going to go down the strait on a little inflatable boat for a little bit of bass fishing. Yeah, I've literally just grabbed a little Seapro 270 X demonstrator. That's the boat, and a second-hand Parsun 4 horsepower, straight off the shelf. It's a little bit wild, but we'll see how we get on. Right, let's get this boat blown up. We're going to use this Genovo Speedy air pump, and my preferred method, car battery. The car battery is always charged, and you can also get a sneaky boost off it to 14 volts if you run the engine, which I'm going to do. That's the pump done its job. 5 minutes and we're up. Cool. Hopefully we won't need these. Checks the launch wheels. One. Engine now. Make sure you tighten the clamp handles up nice and tight. It's not fun losing an outboard overboard. It should be outboard, not overboard. There we go. 10 minutes and the whole rig is ready to rock. Let's get in the water. Okay, let's choose a fly. I think we'll go with, that's a good one for seabass. Little streamer with big old eyes. Sorry about my dirty hands, by the way. I've literally just finished work and fizzed off to go fishing. Okay, that's just tackled up. Just looking at the time, it took me the same amount of time to rig my fishing stuff up as it did to inflate the boat. Okay, down the beach we go. So that gearbox is probably just a little bit too close to the ground, so we'll just tilt it up one. Okay, let's go. It's a very rough slipway, this, so I expect to get stuck a couple of times. The little launch wheels are handling it great. It's very, very rough. Gonna have to tread really carefully here. It's exceptionally rough. Oh, nearly went. Okay, so the boat's floating. Or should I say the front of the boat is floating. So now the launch wheels have done their job, we can whip them off. we're afloat. So I guess the question that everybody wants to know is, will the Parsun 4 horsepower playing this boat and me 13 stone? Well, just under 13 stone. And the answer is, I don't know. But we are soon to find out. Just let the engine warm up a little. Should always give, well, I always give the engine 30 seconds to warm up when it's been running. Shall we see? Well, she's up and planing. Yeehaw! Yep, fully planing. Woohoo! That is so cool. 4 horsepower, 4-stroke, 12.5 stone, and we're going along at about, what are we, 12, 13 miles an hour. That's a lot of fun for not a lot of money. So the other day I was here, and just over there the bass were hitting a big bait ball, and the turns were out hitting them from above. So the turns are out, look. Hopefully the bass will still be here. Okay. So one of the coolest things about an inflatable boat is, I mean, look at that for a fishing platform. You can cast in any direction. You're literally stood on the water. It's perfect. Okay. Let's get a fly out. Oh, look at the action of that. Yep, that's perfect. So it's just shallow water about 30 yards away from us, and I'm just casting towards it and stripping back. I've not seen any fish move yet, but that's not to say they aren't there. All of this looks likely spots. We've got channels, we've got the river running out that way. Well, running in that way, should I say. We'll just flick one along that channel actually. So we're in about 8 inches of water now, 10 inches of water, and the boat is floating just nicely, drifting in the shallows. There's no other method of fishing that I can think of other than paddle boarding or kayaking. Well, you're not standing up on a kayak. That was a nice cast. I'm not often pleased with my casting. I'm not the best caster in the world by any stretch of the imagination, but that wasn't a bad one. Typically I had my camera switched off when I hooked the fish, but I've just had to come onto this sandbar because it's a big one. Yeah, baby. Looks to be about 3.5 pounds, something like that. Yeah, I've just come up the river a little bit in the boat, beached the boat over there, and I just saw these fish taking out to the left, so I just snuck up really gently and hooked one. Second cast. On like a big-eyed sand eel imitation. Right, let's beach it. Do you know what? There was nothing doing, and I was just thinking, oh, it's time to give up. But I hate giving up without catching a fish. And yeah. 10 minutes later, bingo, bango. When it took, I almost thought it could possibly be a sea trout actually, because I was quite a long way up the river. Fantastic. Nice dinner fish. About 3 pounds. That one will do me nicely. That's the big eye sand eel type pattern. And there's the fish. Lovely. Fairly lean henfish. Caught on my Orvis Helios setup. Love this rod, 5 weight. And I use it for absolutely everything. Sea trout, bass, brown trout. Right, I'll turn the camera off and then we'll kill this fish. Just put another one in the same spot. This one's slightly smaller. Much slower retrieve that time. Saw a fish moving and then cast about 8 yards upstream of it, just let it sink and the line settle, and then just a gentle, just tapping retrieve. Gotta love the take from a sea bass. They don't leave anything unsaid. Let's beach it. Oh, it's actually about the same size as the other. It's about 3 pound. It just didn't fight very well. Might even be slightly bigger. Might be 4 pound this one. Lovely. So it's shorter but slightly thicker in the body. Beautiful. Well, what an absolutely magical couple of hours that was. Oh my god, 2 bass in literally knee-deep water, visually casting to them. I absolutely loved it. So I've just moved places now to get out the water because it was a little bit rough, that slipway. So let's put the boat away. So I get asked this a lot, how long does it take to put the boat away? Let's actually time it this time, because I've always been guessing. I reckon about 5 minutes. Fuel tank first. Now we're going to remove the seat. Pop the valves next. That's the air deck, that's the high pressure air deck. And then go the tubes. Launch wheels. and the cracking little 4-horse Parsun. Hole number 1. Numéro 2. Okay, this is the bit everyone's struggling with. So to get the boat in the bag, you've got to pull the sides of the tubes in. You can't suck the air out using a pump. You've got to pull the sides of the tubes in to make the transom the widest part. This is my little secret. There we go. Fold the end cones in. Now you're going to roll and lean, kneel, use your body weight to really get the air out. That way it'll pop straight in the bag. Last of the air out. I should have actually done it on top of the bag. It's easier that way. Save this little extra 30 seconds. Get the viewers on, lad. On the seat. Now the Seapro bags are oversized so that you can get them in even if you've not really packed it up very well. But if you do it nicely, then the seat, everything will fit perfectly. You don't need to pull the straps tight because you've done most of the work in the actual welding process. If you've done it right, then the straps don't need to be tight. And there you go. We are done and dusted in exactly 5 minutes.
How quick was that?
I'm off for fish and chips now. See you in a bit.